Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where I have arrived at Mansig's encampment, where I've been asked to help the locals as we head on our way towards the location where we're going to be looking for the Company of the Ring. So let's speak to Chillbald here and see what he needs from us.
You're here to help. Thank the hammer hand for that.
We can use every pair of strong arms that we can get. We rode from Harwig with enough men and horses to investigate the troubling reports of orc activity in the East Wall, but we were not prepared for what we found. As we began pitching our tents and unloading our supplies, we were set upon by a contingent of orcs. The battle was made the fiercer by the sudden joining, and though we drove off the enemy for a time, we suffered many losses. Ask me anything and I will tell you, but if you have a moment, could you see to the comfort of our wounded? First I need to see to the comfort of the injured Rohirrim throughout the camp. I suppose we can do that. Alright, we have an injured archer. Okay. We have an injured provisioner. Oh, yeah, you do want to make sure that the provisioner is healthy so that you can be well fed. There is an injured spearman. Okay. And an injured fighter, whatever that means. Okay, I've tended to the wounded.
You will find work here if you seek it.
Thank you, Pinesea. Many of these men will need to be borne back to Harwick to rest from their injuries, but until we can return to the wold, we must do what we can for them. Ask me any questions that you would like, and I will answer them the best I may. You will find work here if you ask it. We must recover from the orc attack and regain the initiative if we are to succeed in our errand. Okie dokie. Oh, okay, and who leads this band? Oh, Mansig leads this company at the command of Harding, Reeve of the Wold. The Lord of Harwicks is troubled by the report of Easterlings gathering in the Brownlands, but he cannot ignore whatever has brought so many orcs across the east wall. He charged Mansig with investigating the cause, and here we came with as much haste as we could muster. All right. I see. He obviously came from Harwick. How did the orc surprise you? Oh, you may well ask that, and I imagine that Mansig will ask Wilfert and Rodwolf the very same question. We knew that there were orcs in the east wall. We knew they were here in great numbers, and still they managed to ambush us. I don't know how it happened. One moment we were making camp, and the next we were beset by a raiding party of shouting orcs. Phew! We were too confident in ourselves. We will not make that mistake again. I hope not. Right. And what can you tell me of this land? I will tell you the truth, friend. The Rohirrim do not come to this land very often. There were often orcs on the far side of the river, and small parties of villains would cross in order to steal horses from the mark, something that brought them across in far greater numbers in the past few days, and I don't know what. It has not improved my opinion of this place. I see. Very well. What have we got here?
Give me 3 good archers from Snowbourne, and I could keep a dozen orcs at bay.
I can even keep them at bay with poor light or foul weather. The bows of my people are well made, but it is the strength of a Rohirrim archer's arm and the sharpness of his eyes that truly makes him dangerous. Orcs are different. Their bows are crudely fashioned, and they seek to make up for their poor training with numbers only. Still, an arrow fired poorly from a hiding can pierce even the bravest man, on occasion. Defeat archers throughout the east wall, Pine Sea, and bring me their bows for breaking. I don't want a stray arrow to fell even a single more man. Okay, so collect bows from orcs or uruks in the east wall. Suppose I can do that. This is Mansig, I guess?
Several of my friends have gone missing. I have not seen them since the attack.
You heard about the orc attack, Pine Sea. They fell upon us without warning, and we were trying to get established. We are still trying to recover from it. Look around you. If the orcs attack again, we might not be as fortunate as we were the first time. Several of my friends have gone missing, and I have not seen them since the attack. Look for Longmanu and Swiftleech somewhere in the east wall. I am worried about them. Langamus is too proud to ask for help if he needs it, and Swiftleech is not as bold as he was once in his youth. If my friends are lost or frightened, they will probably seek out the streams or falls that dot the landscape on the east wall. Look for water, and you may be able to find out what happened to Lagmanu and Swiftleech. Okay, I suppose I can do that. Let's see, what do you need? Oh, this is Mansig.
This camp.
Oh, look at the state of this camp. My men had not been here for an hour when a band of screaming orcs fell upon us. The walls were not yet up, and some of my warriors were away seeking firewood. The men of Rohan are made of stern stuff indeed, as are their horses. We didn't despair, though we were beset on all sides. My fighting men were able to keep the orcs at bay until my other warriors returned. Then it became a rout. Many of the orcs still lurk in the surrounding woods. If you are a friend to the men of Rohan, I ask that you remedy the blight upon the east wall. Wilfrid tells me that there are several types of orc in this area, of different size or types or loyalties. Orc, uruk, it's all the same to me. Remove them, Piney, and I will count you a friend. Okay, defeat orcs and uruks throughout the east wall. Okay, that's his point. He doesn't care about the difference between an orc and an uruk. And here we have Wilfrid.
I am something of an expert on orcs.
Yes, you're here to help. Good. I trust Mansig, of course, but he did lead us into this ambush. He is my captain, and I will not forget that. But I have seen more of war than he has. He may have underestimated the orc threat here in Eastwall, but I will not. I am something of an expert on orcs and have fought them hundreds of creatures. They come in all shapes and sizes, and the sharp eye can distinguish other differences as well. To many of my people, an orc is an orc. Yes, I noticed that about Mansig, but I can see even the subtle differences. I think that we're dealing with several distinct tribes here. Defeat orcs and uruks in the wood of the east wall and collect arrows from their quivers. By studying them, I can determine what tribes we're dealing with here in the east wall. Okay, I can do that for you. So, I think that is it, so we can head out. It's time for us to find some orcs and uruks, and here's an orc. Okay, defeated orcs and uruks throughout the east wall, and collected bows from orcs and uruks on the east wall. And here's an uruk warrior. Okay, got that. Ooh, I got a short arrow. That is neither an orc nor an uruk. This is going to be tricky. Well, we'll just have to deal with them both. And now you. I think we'll make short work of all of these. How am I doing on this? Well, I've got... I need one more orc for the arrows. Okay, I've taken care of killing orcs and uruks, but I need... Oh, that looks like an orc right over there. Good. Whoops. Okay, I've got 2 of them done. I still need a bow from an orc or an uruk. Now that's a warrior. I don't know if the warriors drop bows. It's possible that they have a reduced chance or something like that, because the archers naturally are the ones who are more likely to have them. But random non-archer types don't tend to have them with them. Alright. What I'll do is I will head towards where the friends are located. In other words, near a stream or something like that. Here's an Uruk archer. This should be the last one I need. Okay, collected bows. Good. That takes care of those quests. Well, none here yet. I see someone down there. Looks like a quadruped. And how do we get down there? This could be quite a drop. Oh. A horse. Well, this is Rohan, so I suppose the friend could be a horse. Yeah. There we are. You point swiftly to the direction of the camp. Okay, good. So now let's find Langmanu. And that would be over here. Good. So I think that takes care of everything. Yeah, that's everything. You know, except for the Lawn of Parthgalen, but we're doing this as we head on in that direction anyway. Here are your bows.
Look at these things.
I knew the orcs cared little for the craft of bow making, but I didn't expect them to be this crude. It's a wonder that these bows do not fall apart in their filthy hands. Still, an arrow fired from one of these can still kill. We had best not forget that. I can't bear to handle these bows any longer, Pinesea. Take them and throw them into the fire over there. The orcs will lose no more arrows at the Rohirrim from these crude things. Oh, and one more thing. Do not burn these bows in any of the cook fires. That will simply be offensive. Make sure that the fire that you choose is not being used to cook somebody's meal. Alright, so throw the orc bows into a campfire near Uthik. Okay, well, I don't see any thing in it. Oh, do I have to do these one at a time? No, I threw them all in there. Okay.
Even the smoke of the burning smells foul.
Thank you for helping me to destroy these crude things. Every blow to the orcs helps our chances of surviving here on the East Wall. All right, you are welcome.
I have been known to lose my temper on occasion. It is true.
Yes, it is. Well, don't look at me in such disbelief. It seems that we would not be able to hold out against the orcs that ambushed us on arriving to the East Wall, but we prevailed. As the orcs broke and fled for the safety of their trees, I loosed my prized red-fletched arrow at an orc's retreating back. I didn't need to loose, but I was angered. I let the arrow fly and saw it pierce him in the leg. But he did not fall. He kept running, and he took my prized arrow with him. He ran to the south Pine Sea. Perhaps he followed the streams that flow out of the end back to the east wall, using them for guidance. Go that way and find his body, for surely he has succumbed to the injuries by now, and retrieve my prized arrow. Let's hope it's still in one piece. Okay, it's pointless flight. Yeah. Alright, how about Red Wolf?
You found my friends.
Oh, you found Manu and Swiftleech are both fine and found their way back here? Oh, thanks to you. It seems to me that you're a good friend to have around. Okay.
It is my duty to see to the needs of our horses.
It is my duty to see to the needs. It is a task that I relish, for I know its importance. The success of our mission demands, in no small part, on those horses. When, like Manu and Sweetfleet, fled from the orcs, their saddling must have fallen off their backs. They did not return with them. I kept much of their feed in those bags. Search the woods between this camp and where you found my friends, southeast of here, for their fallen saddlebags. Food is not enough, though. They will need water as well, but I don't trust the streams here. Too many orc boots muddying the waters. You saw a waterfall on your way when rescuing my friends, I know, but there are a lot of dead orcs lying in that stream. If you follow the water upstream, though, where the water flows from much higher ground, perhaps you can get fresh water from the waterfall before it flows past the bodies. Take this water scan and fill it at the waterfall. That way, my friends will have fresh, clean water to drink. What, they're going to drink out of the water skins? Okay. Find the fallen saddlebags and find the waterfall. Okay, I guess I can do that. And what about you?
Very good. An enemy of the orcs is a friend of mine.
There is more to be done, however. Oh, what's that?
These searchers are looking for something.
Orcs are mindless and bloodthirsty, and I have fought enough of those villains to know what drives them. They're simple creatures, driven only by hatred for the good people of the Mark. A shadow crosses Mansig's face, and he pauses. And yet, there is something unusual about these orcs, something I have not seen before. My scouts report that they see orcs crouched in the woods, clearly looking for signs of something. It isn't the location of my camp, for they already know where it lies. Nay, they seek something else. I guess that rings true. Find these creatures and defeat them, Pine Sea. If there is something that the orcs want to find, it is important for my men and my homeland that they not find it. Okie dokie. So defeat orc searchers. I hope they're looking in the wrong spot. And here we have Wilfirth.
Let me see the arrows you have collected.
Ah, yes, this is what I suspected. Wilfirth holds out a pair of the short arrows for you to inspect. The length of the shaft is a clue as to its origin. This arrow is designed to fly a short distance fairly accurately. It is of the type that's used by orcs of Mordor and is primarily a skirmisher's arrow. It is well suited to combat among the trees of the east wall and would be less of a threat upon the plains of Rohan. The danger of the orc that fires its arrow is the danger of surprise. If you know he is there, he will be less effective. Now these arrows, these are more troubling. The length of the arrow tells me that they are used with a much larger bow, drawn by a stronger arm. The Uruk that fires this arrow expects it to travel much further than those fired by his orc brethren. This is an arrow ideal for combat on the plains of my homeland, and I fear that it was designed for that purpose. The orcs and uruks of the East Wall are equipped with different purposes, Pine Sea. They possess different goals, but I can tell you one thing they share at least. They hate us, and they are our enemies. Well, yes, I could have told you that without retrieving all those.
Is it possible for the various tribes of Orc and Uruk to work together, as men do?
They may not be working together, but the various tribes of orcs and uruks here in the East Wall are each of our enemies. It is possible for them to set aside their differences and work together as men do. I'm afraid it is. We must oppose them all, whatever we can. During the orc ambush we greeted us shortly after our arrival here, I saw an orc from Mordor carrying a high-quality sword. It is not of orc make. Their weapons are crude and ugly, but this blade caught the light and seemed to shine as the orc swung it around him in deadly arcs. It is not right for such a weapon to be languishing in the hands of an orc. I did not see this orc after the battle, but he must have escaped into the East Wall somewhere. Find him and take the sword from him, Pine Sea. Many of the retreating orcs fled into the northeast. Begin your search over there, at the camp of the Mordor orcs have established between here and the wold. Okay, dokie. So, we need to find searchers. We need to find an orc wielding a high-quality sword. We need to find saddlebags, and we need to find the orc that escaped with Ultek's prized arrow. Okay. It appears we have a great deal more work to do when we head out again in the next episode of River and Sea.